Hey, good morning from the office. 8:01 this morning. Sorry, running a minute late. Hold on, I got to turn this phone off. My apologies. Uh, but I tell you what, I'm your host, BKP. North Georgia's only live online morning show. You got all that, right? I'm trying to stall here. I'm sending Josh some pictures this morning. I want to get up. How is sickness going through your office, your house this week? Hopefully everybody can get through it. I fought, as you well know, last week I fought the cold for about 3 days. It's running through the office here. So how about you? There you go. I'm just a little more stalling. I should have it now, Josh. Okay. You should have everything. And go. All right, just sent you the last one, Josh. So start putting those in ASAP. And as I call for them, just like every other day, make it happen. Okay, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. If you would like to contact the show, you can always get in touch with us at 706-889-9700 or chief@fetyournews.com, and there are all the social media ways you can follow us. Now, put up the picture there. Let me give you just a brief here of what we're going to do this morning. Okay, put up the brief picture. The very first one that I marked concerning this story here with Justin McKinney and Anna Franklin there. That I sent to you first this morning, Josh. All right. Now, we have an update in this. Excuse me here. Marco Rubio moment. Remember that? There's your quiz for today. What did he do? He did his Republican response, and he took a drink of water in the middle. Okay, so there you go. There is Blake Dickey, Hunter Hill, Lakota Ricky Cloyer, Dalton Levi Manuel. Those are the four that are charged at this time. And in the center there is Justin McKinney, who was murdered, and Anna Franklin. We have an update on this story. By the way, 11 Alive, if you're going to say exclusive interview, maybe you should go on the internet and see who did the first exclusive interview 3 days ago. So that being said, Anna Franklin did another interview, and there's another story on 11 Alive. We have the most recent updated information. We have, ever since, just to let you know where we're going with this, ever since we went out and did an interview with Anna Franklin there, we started researching her interview and got some details. So we've got a lot in that story. It's going to be 9 o'clock. So I'm telling you now so you can tell your friends, tune in at 9 for that update. We'll do it exactly at 9 o'clock. Okay. Let's see. Let's go here. And Josh, can I get... we're going to start with this. Folks, the economy is bad out there. Just how bad is it? Now, first of all, let me show you this morning all of as many as I can. We'll start with that. We're going to talk about the economy and what they're trying to do, the media, all right? This is another thing that they're trying to do with, and we're going to talk about the interest rate. It's a little boring. We're going to talk about what's going on here with the Federal Reserve. I'm not going to claim to be an economist. I'm not going to claim to really understand some of the details, but I do know just enough to be dangerous this morning. So give me number 4. And what I want to do is I want to show you some of the things going first thing this morning right out of the box. The stock market is on pace for the worst December since the Great Depression. Okay? CNBC, MSNBC, first thing this morning. The stock market is on pace for the worst December since the Great Depression. Now, I'm going to use this not on a daily basis, but again, Friday, it was referred to that I was sounding bleak. I am not. Bleak is their forecast. Bleak is, you should, this is the media, okay, not me. You should understand by now, Donald Trump was a mistake. If we haven't, and I'm going to paint that today, but how many out there, and this is the next thing they want to bite into, all right, is Trump supporters. How many Trump supporters, Donald Trump supporters, the president's supporters, are second guessing and saying, you know what, it was a nice try. You know what, we do have the evidence now that he actually did not win. The media is looking at you and say, you do realize now, we do know, and we'll get into that with the Russian numbers and what Russia was doing in 2016 and so forth. You do realize he did not win. That's where they're at. When you got up this morning, do you not realize he did not win? Do you not realize what you see now is the disaster he has created in 2 years? Do you realize you did an experiment? American people, you did an experiment. First, the guy's not legitimate. He did not win. We have proof of that. We have proof the election was so manipulated by the Russians to even suppress the black vote, who would have guessed that, right, on the internet, that we all got to come to terms this was a mistake. Hillary should have been president. And you're seeing what happened with this experiment. One, he needs to go. We should kindly ask him to go. We should nicely ask this guy to go. If President Trump was to walk in today and say to his advisors, when do you think this may end? The answer is, I'm your advisor. I'm President Trump's advisor. And you walk in this morning and I respectfully say, good morning, Mr. President. How are you today? Good morning, BKP. Look at the news. Look at the headlines. When do you expect this to all end, BKP, and them to realize how great I am and what a great president I am and how my America First agenda has been awesome for this country? When will it end? And I will look back and say, Mr. President, when you decide to leave your last day of office. Now, I don't know if it ends there, because you have Judge Napolitano. You have the judge. Did I send a picture of the judge? I don't know if I sent a picture of the judge today or not. But you have the Judge Napolitano, who said that, yes, he is now officially an unindicted co-conspirator. You know, I'm just going to tell you something. I hope I'm not breaking news to you. There's a reason why Judge Napolitano enjoys to be on Shepard Smith's show at 3 o'clock. Why do you think he hangs around with Shep? Just saying, you figure it out. Judge Napolitano and Shep, they're drinking lattes together, that's all I can tell you. Anyhow, so he goes on there, and the president's an unindicted co-conspirator. But he could be a sealed indictment, meaning one could be sealed that they could serve on him the day he leaves. So now my advice, my answer, not my advice, Mr. President, the day you leave. But then they're going to meet you at the end of the circle. You know the horseshoe drive out there? They're going to meet where you usually, the mics are used. They're going to meet you right there, and they're going to say, you got served. Okay, so number 5 this morning. So give me number 5. Yes, at 4:59, right at 5 o'clock in the morning, The very first thing, that's Central Time. So, very first thing they open up with this morning, MSNBC, stock market down 507 points. Give me number 7. Number 7, New York Times. All right. Wall Street hits new low, 2018 lows, as Fed decision looms over market. The decision looms over, you remember when the interest rate was 0? Remember when it was like negative? And everybody was lined up at the discount cash window? I ain't lying, it was negative, right? And we were printing money. Guess what happens every time the Fed raises the rate? All that quantitative easing that somehow we're supposed to get back to the Fed because they named it the Federal Reserve, trying to lead you to believe that it had something to do with the federal government, and it absolutely does not. They named it that. They put district Federal Reserve offices all over the United States only for one reason, to lead you to believe there's not a centralized control of your money. It's the biggest BS that was ever sold to the American people, the Federal Reserve. They loan us money. They loan us money. Every time you take a dollar out and you go pop, pop, all right, with that dollar, they printed it. They loaned it to us. We owe them for that. So the quantitative easing at 0 or 0.0001 rate, and then it fell to 0, all that money, every time the Federal Reserve raises the rate, it's also raising the rate of what we have to pay them back. Hey, I know I'm not an economist. I'm not trying to play one on TV, but I'm going to tell you something. Every quarter point that goes up, it slows things down. And we'll get into that a little later. But here's what they're trying to do this morning, just in time for Christmas. You notice the controversy they created surrounding Thanksgiving? Remember that? Oh, they're trying to create that same controversy. They're trying to whip everything up in a frenzy for just in time for Christmas. All right, give me number 8. MSNBC again. Showing the president there, stock market on pace for worst December since Great Depression. Worst year since 2008 financial crisis. We haven't seen nothing like this since the 2008 financial crisis, and we haven't had a December like this since the Great Depression. And who's in the Oval Office? Donald Trump. Just saying. Let me see if this one is any different. 5:15 a.m. This was at 5:15. Show me this one, number 10. They keep over and over. The reason I'm showing you the same thing is the bottom right-hand stamp. This was at 5:15. The other one was at 6. They keep going over and over this morning, okay? Give me number 11. 4:35 a.m. Central Time. Wall Street Journal, Dow Industrial fall 508 points as investors fret over growth. It's everywhere. Then you have the other right here, number 15. Number 15, this is the negative news of the morning. No deal in sight as government moves closer to shutdown. Sorry, we are partially closed. And what will that mean? That number 14, 350,000 workers, the checks will be delayed. No deal in sight as government moves closer to a shutdown. You know, on top of that, let me see if I have something here I want to show. I don't know if I want to show it before I go to break. But on top of all of that negative news and all the things that Trump probably should be doing to save this great country, you know what I mean? Um, I didn't get, oh, give me the other one, 19. Give me number 19. You have 19? This was CNN. I was doing MSNBC. 1:07 a.m. this morning, meaning very first thing out of the box. CNN, stock market drops as investors worry about economy. Dow falls 508 points. Okay? And then this is CNN at 1:07 a.m. this morning Pacific time, meaning I think it's 5 or 4 a.m. They start right out of the box, number 20. Okay? 1 a.m. Pacific time means 5 o'clock, the very first graphic on the screen, okay, to start their day. Very first to start their day is number 21, okay? I mean, I don't even know. I'm concerned that you would even send your kids out today. Now, I'm upset I didn't get the right one, okay? Because it does say this, and I'm going to look to see if I have another one that says what I want. But you look at everything going on, and then the heartless bastard, number 17. I mean, it's not enough Trump killed Khashoggi this year. It's not enough that Trump, has ripped children away from their parents, the evil Trump that he is. It's not enough that he's done that. It's not enough he's killed Khashoggi. It's not enough that he started riots in Paris. It's not enough. It's just not enough. It's not enough that, the poor people down at the border are sick and can't get through to our side for the needs, the free things that we can give them. It's not enough. It's just not enough that he, killed that little 7-year-old girl. And then the heartless bastard goes and does this. I mean, look at this, the travel ban. I mean, keeps a mom from seeing a dying son. And I will tell you this, I'm going to go into break, and when I go into break, I'm going to come back, because there's one of the banners, I thought this one said it, it says Trump travel ban. Trump's travel ban keeps a mom from a dying son, because she lives in a country that's, on the ban list. I mean, he's a heartless bastard. I mean, what are we going to, how are we going to keep this going? You know what I mean? I'm going to take a brief break. We're going to set some things up. We're going to get ready for the second half of the show. I mean, the morning here. In the second half of the morning, we're going to talk about a little bit of the Federal Reserve and what's going on with that. Yes, James Comey, and some of the other negative news of the day that they're trying to give you right before Christmas. And then at 9 o'clock, don't forget, at 9 a.m., we are going to have our update on the Justin McKinney murder in Fannin County. Josh, take us a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance, going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and LJ, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
Here's to 60 years of Pizza Hut, to original pan, to stuffed crust, and to the best of both. The new double cheesy crust pan pizza with stuffed crust cheese baked just inside the golden edge of original pan. Here for a limited time. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Impact Designs and Creations just made Christmas shopping season a little bit easier. Now's the time to place your orders. This season, the featured items are Christmas tree ornaments, customized t-shirts and pet gear, cups, personalized ornaments, fan gear, and more. Stop by and do some one-stop shopping located at 307 Cleveland Street, Suite A in Blairsville, Georgia. Call 706-400-5674. Impact Design and Creations, making everyone's Christmas wish come true.
Okay, folks, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. You can always reach the show at 706-889-9700, chief at fetchernews.com, and also there's the social media ways that you can follow the show. Now, at 9 o'clock, we're going to make sure exactly at 9 o'clock we're going to do an update on the Justin McKinney, put that picture up there, Justin McKinney murder in Fannin County. You don't want to miss this. There's some new information or confirmed or whatever. And the attempted murder of Anna Franklin. So we're going to discuss that there at 9 o'clock. All right, take that down. All right, so folks, please, you need to understand, I'm a supporter. I don't care. I'll look right in the camera. I support the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. I just do. I've not changed that. I understand what they're doing. I know you don't think I do. You feel that I don't have the education to understand what's going on, but I do. I've watched it. I'm not a bumbling idiot. I'm not bumbling at all. I'm not Joe Biden the gaffe machine. I'm not, all the above. In fact, I remember it seems like it was just yesterday, Trump was doing all those business roundtables all over the United States where companies, manufacturers, employees were thanking the president for the changes that had taken place. Now, Obama wanted credit for it. And the companies did not say, well, Obama should get some of the credit and you should get some of the credit and we're going to split it 70-30, 50-50. These corporations, these timber corporations up in Minnesota, these corporations all over the United States, all right, thanking the president for what he has done in his administration to get their companies moving again to where they were putting on jobs, increasing jobs, making plans for new plants, all the above. Seems like that was just yesterday. It seems like just a year ago that was happening. It just seems like that to me. And how it could crash this fast, I don't know. Okay? I mean, when I say I don't know, how it could crash this fast, there's only one answer. The deep state, Federal Reserve, put the brakes on. It's a methodical plan to let you know that Trump was a mistake. It can never happen again. Those are not my words. We're very fortunate the guy is a fighter, and he's up this morning fighting again for you, the American people. So anyhow, what number was that? Which one did you say before the break had his name on it? Yeah, put that up there. There it is. I wanted to say, because it says this, and it's all over all the screens. Trump travel ban keeps Yemeni mother from seeing dying 2-year-old in Oakland. I tell you, you heartless bastard right here 2 weeks before Christmas. I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to write SNL. And I'm going to tell SNL to bring in Alec Baldwin and all of their bumbling idiots and do a skit on this right here for the weekend. Oh my gosh, this is what Trump's travel ban. Nothing about keeping this country safe, nothing at all. So let me ask you, do you know this guy, number one, if I was to put him in a lineup? Number one, I think his name's Jerome Powell. We'll get to it in a minute. He is the chair of the Federal Reserve. And it was his job to start bringing the economy down at the appropriate time. So he's been running his mouth. Don't think he doesn't know what he's doing. Don't think he does not know. I mean, I remember back in the 80s, let's see. All right, so this is the current chair. Here's a couple of people you need to get to know. You need to, if you want to start doing some research. You remember this guy here? Number two. Remember Ben Bernanke? Okay. Now let's go to number three. The modern day Federal Reserve, core of Federal Reserve there that has orchestrated. I mean, you remember, let's see, you have the big, tall, bald guy with glasses, the big, tall, bald guy. That's Paul Volcker, okay? And then you have Alan Greenspan. Remember when everybody waited for Alan Greenspan to go up? I mean, you could hear a pin drop. He would go to Capitol Hill during the Reagan administration, and they would report, Greenspan's headed up. Greenspan just got out of the car. How will the market react? Greenspan's shoes untied. Is that an indicator rates will go up or down today? Okay, what is the indicators? All right, he is in the room. He is sit down. He's at the mic. What will he say? And the whole world would hush, waiting for Greenspan to say whether he was going to go up a quarter or how he felt the economy. I mean, I'm telling you, if they come in and they sit down and they say, we report today that the economy is stable and we see no need to go up, and we think things are on the right track, then everybody runs and buys on the stock market, right? And then you got Janet Yellen in there. You need to get to know these people. You want to know what this means? I'm going to tell you something, all right? And this is all I'm going to say. Let's go to number 5. If you want to know what this means, you need to follow, research, and review who the Federal Reserve is. Now, the President of the United States comes into office, okay? We are not in great economic times. We are in the delusional state of what the media said is a recovery, but we don't have a real recovery. We have a phony recovery based on phony money that is not a real economy, all right? So we've done the quantitative easing, and we've done all of the shovel-ready jobs, and we truly do not have a sustainable economy on its own feet based on any real, true, just simple economic principles. None whatsoever. The President of the United States comes in and he brings a couple things to the table. Now, what does business need? Business needs the shackles taken off them. All right? They need the shackles. They need to, every time they turn around and they're trying to build a highway, every time they turn around, they're trying to build a pipeline and get permits. Every time they turn around, they're trying to get their property approved and not take 18 years, and then to get enough operating capital from a bank that is not working under this high, 3 and 4 feet tall, of Dodd-Frank, okay, banking regulations. That's what they need. They got to get it to where they can get some operating capital, and I'm not talking about from quantitative easing from a bank. A real business has to be able to get a loan and get some operating capital that they can work with, some, some revolving credit there, revolving credit to operate their business, a line of credit for operating business, all right? They need all the shackles off, and the companies need to get the regulations off so they can grow, period. So Donald Trump comes in, and then they need money. They need money to operate. So Donald Trump comes in, and go to number 23. Now, whether you like the guy or not, all right, he brings in Scott Pruitt. Pruitt at this time, Secretary of the EPA or EPA Administrator. Now, whether you like the guy or not, he Oklahoma Attorney General. Oklahoma Attorney General took on the EPA, lawsuit after lawsuit. I mean, he beat them up, the EPA. This guy was ready to go. He knew what he was doing, and he crisscrossed this country and took regulations off of business and regulations off Americans, everyday Americans, and to get this engine moving again. We were totally stalled in place of manufacturing. We were stalled in place of moving forward in any real way whatsoever economically with the full engine by the EPA. How dare you? And he did for 2 years, almost 2 years. I know he's gone, and they found reasons to beat him up, and he had to go, and it didn't look good. He had an apartment. What was the apartment? His wife had an apartment in Washington, D.C., $200 a month, something like that. I forget, from a lobbyist. Everything said, but the guy went through. Trump knew that the EPA had to be handled. The second thing, but he's gone now. They didn't stop till they got rid of him. This guy just recently will be leaving at the end of the year, number 2. All right, Ryan Zinke. All right, number 2. No, I'm sorry. What number did I don't have his, I didn't put his number up there. What number is it? I named it Ryan Zinke. There you go. I'm sorry. I didn't put a number to it. He is Secretary of the Interior. Once again, I mean, Interior, whether it be EPA, Interior, being able to go and logging timber, getting timber moving again in this country. All the EPA and Interior had so much to do with the coal industry, logging, natural resources in this country, how we can move forward and get the economic engine, the real power of the economic engine moving. Well, he's gone. They got rid of him, all right? So they got rid of him. They've gone after him. He's gone. Then Trump knew that he had to do to get the engine moving, get it primed, to get a real economy. So he gets EPA, he gets Interior. Then he goes after what? He goes after Dodd-Frank. And he gets Dodd-Frank chopped up, beat up, cut up, and thrown out in so many different ways that now bankers could start giving you operating money, right? So you got bankers giving you operating money, right? And that's one thing, okay? Bankers giving you operating money. Interior, EPA, regulations, natural resources, moving right along. Well, I think we're the world's largest developer of oil right now, petroleum products, I think. I don't know, are we? Okay. Telling you, it's going right through the Interior, right through EPA. World's largest, number one producer, okay, of oil right now, United States of America. You see the 2 offices, okay? That's real. And now you have small business that's excited, okay? And they're able to get through Dodd-Frank. What was the last thing he needed to do? He needed to do a tax plan. And he needed to do a tax plan that got offshore money that was parked offshore, okay? Now, they don't talk about all of the new distribution centers that Amazon is building. They don't talk about the new offices that Google is putting in. They don't talk about the new production plant that Apple is putting. They don't want to talk about any of that. But Donald Trump knew that real money was parked offshore in the area of trillion, if not more, $1 trillion was parked offshore. So there's something called repatriate. And our corporate tax was next to the highest in the world. And he knew if our corporate tax went down, that the companies that are here would be more interested in staying here, number one, and they would be more interested in growing their U.S.-based business here. And then if they could repatriate money at one time, bring it in and repatriate money and not pay an enormous amount of tax and not keep it offshore, they would do what? They would infuse this economy with close to $1 trillion of what? Real money. Real money. And that's the key to me. Now, I might not be an economist, but real money. Infuse the economy with $1 trillion of real money. Build a real economy around our natural resources and get the shackles off of us from the EPA. Get business moving again. Get Dodd-Frank out of the way, where a small business could go sit down with the bank, and the bank can see all the indicators, and the interest rate is low, and you got a small business saying, you know what, now I've decided. You got somebody that perfected a mom and pop donut shop their whole life, and they've always wanted to franchise, or they wanted to build 4 more, and they've just been nervous about that kind of growth. Guess what? Real money's in the economy. It spurred a real economy that want to buy the donut. You got a real bank without shackles on it that want to loan the small business and create a credit line for you, right? All the above, and you want to expand, and you're looking for employees, and now you've created the lowest employment rate, highest optimism in small business, consumer confidence, all the above. Because what? It was all real. I don't know how to explain it. It was all real. Just real stuff that was happening in a real economy. But guess who you didn't borrow the money from? Now our debt is still climbing, and we are still printing money, and we are still growing in debt, and we are still borrowing. I'm not saying we're not, but on the economy side, when they talk about the Obama recovery, you go take a minute and read just pull up quantitative easing. QE1, QE2, QE3, where they just shove money out there in the streets. Literally, street sweepers were sweeping up the money. That's a joke. But they shoved money out and they printed it so fast. But everything the Trump administration did within a year, 1 year alone, was real. And guess who they didn't have to borrow the $1 trillion from? Number 3. Put up number 3, please. They didn't have to borrow it from the Federal Reserve. Now, yes, I'm not an economist, so yes, the Federal Reserve is still pumping out money, printing phony money. We have to buy it because we don't, that's all Congress. See, that's all Congress and the debt. But the actual economy, the ball that's rolling, Trump didn't have to go to them and say, could you put, Trump, remember, now I do understand the economic situation that Barack Obama came into, okay? And let's go back, because let's go to number 2. I'm thinking Ben Bernanke is the guy that was running the printing press at that time at the Federal Reserve. And remember when Barack Hussein Obama came into office, all right? When he came into office, what happened? Financial collapse, right? Major financial collapse. And this guy was a student of the Great Depression, and he was going to steer us through it. And Obama came in and needed an $800 billion stimulus package. $800 billion that he could just shove out there. Shovel-ready jobs, giving it away to public utilities, whatever and everything he could do. Cash for clunkers, get the auto industry going again, whatever he could do. But he went to him It said, I'll tell you what, he went to Congress. Congress said yes, passed it, and they said, yes, we'll give you $800 billion. Now, if you think $800 billion is all you printed and put out into the economy in the last 10 years for Obama to go around and say what he did, you're sorely mistaken. So when Trump comes into office, Trump does exactly what I said. He doesn't go to Bernanke, he doesn't go to Yellen, and he doesn't ask for a new loan. Because, see, the four of them, let's go back to the four, all right? The four of them, going back to Volcker, all right? Remember, going back to Paul Volcker, the tall, bald guy on the end, all right? That's Jimmy Carter's Federal Reserve chair. That's Jimmy Carter's, okay? And the only reason the President of the United States picks, nominates, and the Senate quickly confirms, you just never hear about it, but they approve it, is so they can fool you into thinking the Federal Reserve is beholden to the American people in some ways. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's a kind gesture that they go ask you who could be the next Federal Reserve, but by no means do they wait for you to tell them. So it's all a facade and it's all a charade when Trump come out. And I'm going to tell you, the media keeps telling you, and this is the BSS, all right? Go to number one, okay? And what is this guy's name again? Let me go back here to the internet, the big internet here. Okay. His name's Jerome H. Powell. He is the Federal Reserve Board Chair. They will tell you he's a Trump appointee. So every time the media talks about the down economy, the potential of recession, and the worst market since December of the Great Depression, and the worst year in the market since the Great Collapse of 2008, they will bring him up and they will say, but he's a Trump appointee. Do not, please, if you're arguing with your friends, do enough study to have, I'm going to spit it out, have an educated argument with them. This guy is going to be told he's a Trump appointee, but he's not. He's the furthest thing from it. He's a designate. He's a designated next in line. The Federal Reserve plays no games with the United States government. You need to get that straight. This guy, they told Trump, this is the new guy. It's only a courtesy to the American people. The only reason you have, chair of the Federal Reserve, and you do know the Federal Reserve was signed into law by Woodrow Wilson. Woodrow Wilson, all right? Charles Sumner Hamlin was the first, Federal Reserve chair. And I'm telling you now, you need to take enough time to look at this. And the reason this is happening right now is hopefully people will start doing the research. But where is it at? It's the Banking Act of 1935, And I was trying to find all of the locations of the Federal Reserve, but you'll hear the Federal Reserve of Atlanta, you'll hear the Federal Reserve of Chicago, you'll hear, I think, the Federal Reserve of San Francisco, and like I said earlier, not just to be redundant, is the only reason the Federal Reserve staged these offices across the United States was to give the illusion to the American people it was not a concentrated power in one place of your money. But that's false. That's the furthest thing from the truth. It is. They are not federal, period. This guy is not a Trump appointee, although President Trump came out on the lawn and said this is the next Federal Reserve chair that I picked. You go into a room and you don't come out, and this is who they pick, and it's a formality. Now, The point I'm getting to is everything I told you earlier was real. The President of the United States put in place. $1 trillion came offshore. Money pushed into the economy. All right? Now, what happens? You go up to the bank and you're a small business and you got a $250,000 revolving credit. Okay? You got a credit line. It's called a credit line. All right? And you do it once a year. Okay? And you can go get up to $250,000 at any time. All right? But what you do is you actually just use the credit line as operating capital. Now, you use it as operating capital, and you're supposed to only get at the end of the week. So, if at the end of the week, payroll and, the light bill and everything is $10,000 and there's $8,200 in the bank, you move over $1,800, not $250,000, you move over $1,800. And then when it comes in, you pay it down 100% and you revolve around it because you don't want to pay the interest on it no longer than you have to. And you're only borrowing out of the line every month what you need to take. Now, for example, if you're operating in a product or you're operating where your money doesn't turn as fast as you want it to, you have to have operating capital. You have to have operating capital for growth. So, two things, your credit lines in this country that businesses operate on. Okay? Now, you, the country, you operate on your credit line. It's as simple as that. So every time a quarter point goes up, you pay more, the United States of America pays more, and you can't operate at the same amount, and your debt continues to go up, and it increases every time they go up because you're having to pay your bill. Period. That's not your Federal Reserve. It's not your dollar. Same for the business. Why they're trying to slow things down on purpose. So you got a business person, go get a $200,000 credit line. Your DOS is 45 days outstanding. Your DOS, so you're looking, you got 30-day column, 45-day column, and 90-day column. And trust me, if you've ever been in a business or in a position where after 45 days, everything over that's uncollected money in your company, you no longer are available for bonuses on, you'll make sure your DOS is 45 days and under. Been there. So anyhow, but if you're operating on about 45 days and you're operating a couple $100,000 at a time, you're going to have to pay suppliers to keep product coming in on their deadline days on the 10th of the month or the 20th of the month. You're going to have to pay your people. You're going to have to pay the upkeep on your equipment. You're going to have to pay your overhead. So you might have a $200,000 roll. I'm sorry to touch the mic. You might have a $200,000 a month, what's called a roll. Okay, and you have to have operating money to when you need $25,000, $50,000, and keep rolling. Well, guess what? When it goes up a quarter point, you have to make some decisions because now the cost of putting that back is a lot more. So you got to slow down your rate of growth. You have to make new decisions on what you're going to do as far as growing your business. Let's say you're going to put a new shop. You've decided you're going to go build the next store in the chain. And you got the math and you got the blueprints or you got the business plan and everything's together, and you go to the bank and you say, look, last week it was going to cost me, $600,000 to put this new store in, and I'd like to do it over, 10 years or whatever. And they say, well, last week over 10 years it was going to not cost you $600,000, it was going to cost you $710,000. Now it's going to cost you, $750,000. And that's the difference sometimes. You're saying, well, I better put that project on hold and put it back on the shelf. Now, I don't know if I've done any good at all, but this is exactly what you're seeing right now with the Federal Reserve wanting to open up. Now, one article says, eighth of the U.S. economy erased since Fed chair spouted off in October. $4 trillion in wealth gone. Fire the jackass already. President Donald Trump has tweeted out, it is incredible that with a very strong dollar and virtually no inflation, the outside world blowing up around us, Paris is burning and China way down, the Fed is even considering yet another interest rate hike, take the victory. Now, I don't understand why they need to continue to raise the rates right now, okay? But The media is doing everything they can to manipulate the situation to get you to believe that economically 2019 will be a disaster. And what will 2019 be? Just in time for 2020 election, right? They're determined that 2019 is a disaster. No matter how you feel this morning, no matter how your business is going this morning, no matter what. Because I'm going to tell you one more thing. Federal Reserve expected, this is from the Washington Post. Federal Reserve expected to hike interest rates Wednesday, a move Trump calls foolish and incredible. President Trump on Monday urged Federal Reserve not to raise interest rates, but Fed officials are widely expecting to do so this week, despite the president's public effort to dissuade the United States Central Bank from putting any brakes on the economy. Putting the brakes on the economy. That's not his job. True capitalism should roll. And these people are trying to put the brakes on the economy for one reason and one reason only, to help their effort in stopping the President of the United States. Because like I told you, Donald Trump didn't go to them for the loan. He created the atmosphere for a real economy with real money, and the deep state, the people that control things, they're not happy. They're absolutely not. They want to put the brakes on it. So I want to say I'm going to take a break. We'll come back and talk about it a little more at 9:30. At 9 o'clock, I want to do my update on Justin McKinney and Anna Franklin, the Justin McKinney murder in Fana County. I want to do my update on that at 9 o'clock. And some things we got going on there just to give you where we're at on that. And then we'll come back right after that. That'll take about 15 minutes, and then we'll come back after the update, and we'll do we'll finish up with some of these things right here as far as the Federal Reserve and some things, other things going on. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Take us a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on-site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead. ahead.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance. Going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in J next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in J next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and LJ, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
Here's to 60 years of Pizza Hut, to original pan, to stuffed crust, and to the best of both. The new double cheesy crust pan pizza with stuffed crust cheese baked just inside the golden edge of original pan. Here for a limited time. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Impact Designs and Creations just made Christmas shopping season a little bit easier. Now's the time to place your orders. This season, the featured items are Christmas tree ornaments, customized t-shirts and pet gear, cups, personalized ornaments, fan gear, and more. Stop by and do some one-stop shopping located at 307 Cleveland Street, Suite A in Blairsville, Georgia. Call 706-400-5674. Impact Design and Creations, making everyone's Christmas wish come true.
Folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. And if you'd like to contact the show, if you have information that you would like to share with us concerning our upcoming story here, 706-889-9700 or chief@fetchernews.com. And there are the social media ways you can follow us. Now, put our picture up there, Josh, first of all, and let me go over some background. Now, closest to me, and the closest to me, we'll go with there. My understanding is Blake Dickey. That is Blake Dickey. That is closest to me also, a.k.a. Blake Dye. He's 15 years old, and he is charged with malicious felony murder. Next to him is Hunter Hill. Right next to him is Hunter Hill. He is 15 years old also, and he is charged with malicious felony murder of Justin McKinney. Now let's go to the not far right, but let's pass the two in the center there. The young man with the long hair is Lakota Ricky Cloyer, 16 years old, and he is charged with party to crime of murder. Supposedly he is the driver. And Dalton Levi Manuel, the far right there, 15, he's also charged with malicious felony murder. Now, we don't know his role in this at this time, but we do have some updates here. Now, in the center of our screen is Justin, and the two in the center there is Justin McKinney, and Justin McKinney was murdered. And there's Anna Franklin, which we have an interview with Anna Franklin on our website. She lived, and there was an attempted murder. There was an attempt on her life. She was shot and still has a bullet lodged in her neck. This took place December 4th, the morning of December 4th. There was a call to 911, approximately 12:50 a.m. And bullet lodged in the neck, and we're looking for the motive and what took place. So that being said, with everything there, here's some things we feel comfortable we can share with you. Now, I received an email that really went into some great detail breaking down our reporting thus far. And I will always come on and tell you when this is commentary, when this is opinion, editorializing, all right? But right now, and the other day I did give you my opinion, all right? I'm gonna stay back from my opinion today as much as I possibly can, knowing me. But we have some more details and updates. We have taken the time. Now, it will be up to the court to decide, but right now, according to our sources, our interview with Anna Franklin have a lot left in there. Okay? One, our sources tell us, and we've done some extensive research here, okay? Our sources tell us at this time that Justin McKinney was known throughout a lot of North Georgia, but known throughout Fannin County High School, okay? Very well known throughout Fannin County High School, known throughout Fannin County, known throughout places in Union, continuing on, but to sell and traffic Oxycontin, pills, heroin, fentanyl, heroin, okay? I mean, I just cringe at Fannin County and having to say heroin, this guy, heroin and marijuana. So right now, when Anna Franklin tells us here at FYN that, you know, he smoked some weed and sold some weed and that was it, okay, that's not what our sources are telling us. Our sources are telling us that from the high school of Fannin County, throughout Fannin County and throughout much of North Georgia, in those circles, Justin was known to be a heroin dealer, Oxycontin and pills, and marijuana, okay? That being said, it's also come to our attention throughout our research and questioning and our sources that Anna, his girlfriend, okay, the home, so you know the home belonged to Anna. Anna's dad died, left her and her brother, I think it is, her and her brother the home. Justin lived with Anna in her home is where this took place, okay? And so it is her residence. And if he is selling heroin, now you put the dots together, if he is selling heroin and he's selling Oxycontin and pills and he's selling marijuana out of her home, she knows about it. My understanding is she knows about it. And my understanding is she possibly has, and I don't say possibly because I don't want people coming back at me, but I get enough information, she possibly has a very bad addiction problem herself. In saying that, our sources say that the night that there was an attempt on her life, that she may have been very high that evening. Okay? So that's all I'm just saying, okay? Just saying. So her home, he's supposedly, allegedly, according to sources, selling a lot of drugs through this house. And supposedly she's aware of it. Now, motive in here. Now again, these are 15, 16-year-old kids. And my understanding is this whole situation is well known through Fannin County High School. And Justin is known in Fannin County High School before this ever took place. So, supposedly, and we want to use that because we feel good with our sources, but we are waiting for some things to happen with law enforcement to confirm. So I don't want to come back and retract, but we're going to go with supposedly, because law enforcement is just going to either enhance or make some corrections. Supposedly, our understanding is heroin, okay? Our understanding is heroin or something of that nature, but supposedly Logan Hunter, we're going to give the name, Logan Hunter, okay? Let's see, Logan Hunter's brother, Hunter Hill, Hill's brother, okay, I think his name's Logan. I got that wrong. Hunter's brother, yeah, Logan Hill. Logan Hill, our understanding, okay. The older brother may have purchased something from Justin, maybe heroin, and it was a bad dose, not that they're all bad, a bad dose, and that he has now physical or physical, he's got problems. He's got problems from this dose, physically, mentally, whatever it may be. We'll stay real close, stay away from too many details there until we find out exactly what the diagnosis is there. Sources say that these young men left with a vengeance and an intention and knew what they were doing. So now also we're hearing that when it said they busted the door open or pounded on the door and Justin went and let them open, many of our sources say they did not lock the doors. Many of our sources say that Blake and Hunter knew the door would not be unlocked. When Anna tells us this was 15 minutes and the first gunshot she thought went off and this is where we're comfortable with telling you, this is where we're comfortable with telling you. Anna says when the first gunshot went off, okay, and she thought, looking down at her phone, she thought that it was something in the fire, okay? Now, obviously, it's going to be hard to say there was something in the fire when we learn now there are two weapons, okay? Two weapons. The individual that told me this part of the story said it this way, and I'm going to repeat it. Blake Dickey had a shotgun. Okay? Justin McKinney, when they flew the door open, seen that shotgun right there. There was no hiding it. He had a shotgun. All right? Our understanding, Hunter Hill had a pistol. Our understanding is this did not last 15 minutes. The door was thrown open. We cannot quote this because only those young men will know the quotes. Okay? But our sources say the door was flung open, and this might have lasted 4 minutes if it lasted this long. And these young men went in and let Justin know that he was getting ready to get one hell of an ass beating and a couple other words. And our source says Justin said to them, hey, I'm going to kill you or you're going to kill me, but, you know, you ain't going to beat my ass or whatever. I'm just saying what we're hearing through talking to people. I'm either going to kill you or you're going to kill me. And that's about the time. It's lasted 4 minutes. And our source said that's when Blake took the shotgun and point blank blew Justin's head off. Not my words, words of somebody else. At that time, we understand that Anna wasn't looking away on her phone. They were not standing up having a conversation for 15 minutes. That's what we understand. Anna wasn't looking away on no phone. And Anna wasn't wondering if something was in the fire that went off. That the minute that Blake took the shotgun and shot Justin, that Anna immediately went like that. Immediately. The reflex was like that. And Hunter shot Anna. This is what our sources are saying, allegedly. Everything's allegedly, okay? Hunter shot Anna, and she had thrown up her arm fast enough that it didn't direct shot in her head. It went through her elbow, lodged in her neck. Now, that's what our understanding is at this time, okay? Also, we're being told that the story that they had to jump from a car and run is not accurate, all right? So the driver, Lakota, what his role in this is right now as a driver, we're not for sure, okay? And what the Lakota, that's Lakota Ricky Cloyer, and Dalton Levi Manuel, what his role in this is, we're not for sure if he's not, what exactly his role is this, but the four of them were together that night, all right? So right now we have two guns, a shotgun and a pistol. Our understanding is a shotgun killed Justin. Our understanding is the pistol is what wounded attempted murder on Anna. We understand the shots were fired from Blake with the shotgun and Hunter with the pistol. Details of recovering the weapons, details on that we've yet to get. And our understanding is that Lakota Ricky Cloyer, 16, is the driver. And we understand more charges. Tomorrow is going to probably be another pretty big announcement day from law enforcement. That's what our sources say is Wednesday will be a big announcement day from law enforcement. So as far as what Anna said, our sources are telling us that Justin, that he was well known, Justin McKinney, heroin, pills, Oxycontin, marijuana, was well known through Fannin County High School. Now, this is my editorial, and this is my opinion. That is something. We've got to see some things on the other side of this murder, like what's happening with the drug situation, that the kids know this guy this well in Fannin County High School, one. And two, how many people that's coming out of the woodwork that are able to say, This is a heroin dealer in Fannin County, Georgia. So we know that. We're told allegedly, oh God, we got to throw allegedly in there. And then we're also told by multiple sources that Anna is dealing with an addiction problem herself. It is her home. He was there. Was he selling out of her home? And I'll end with this. If he's a heroin dealer, if he sold marijuana, if he sold pills and Oxycontin, I'd like to know what the sweep on the house was and what they got out of that house when they did it. That'd be interesting. So I'm your host, BKP, and we're going to take a brief break, and we'll be back. We will have all of this online today and have a news story. And tomorrow, we understand law enforcement we understand it'll be a big law enforcement day of information coming out on this case. So everything I said are sources this morning. We have a lot of sources that we feel comfortable with bringing this. Okay, we've been waiting a week. All right. So maybe the interview that Anna did might have a couple things in there that are different. I'm your host, BKP. Take us a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance, going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ella next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ella, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
Here's to 60 years of Pizza Hut, to original pan, to stuffed crust, and to the best of both. The new double cheesy crust pan pizza with stuffed crust cheese baked just inside the golden edge of original pan. Here for a limited time. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Impact Designs and Creations just made Christmas shopping season a little bit easier. Now's the time to place your orders. This season, the featured items are Christmas tree ornaments, customized t-shirts and pet gear, cups, personalized ornaments, fan gear, and more. Stop by and do some one-stop shopping located at 307 Cleveland Street, Suite A in Blairsville, Georgia. Call 706-400-5674. Impact Design and Creations, making everyone's Christmas wish come true.
Okay, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, for those of you that are following the tomorrow, let's do this. Tomorrow's Wednesday, so let's make it 9 o'clock. Let's make it 9 o'clock, okay? And tomorrow at 9 o'clock, I'm going to give you my opinion of the status of the Gilmer football program, my opinion, where it's at. Yesterday, I'm excited and optimistic about the direction, but I do want to give you my opinion of what has to happen in this program. You know what my opinion's worth, right? But tune in at 9, I'll tell you anyway. 9 tomorrow. Yesterday, they officially hired Kevin Saunders. Is that the name? Is that his name, Saunders? Did I get that right? Yeah, Kevin Saunders. Former head coach Pebblebrook High School. All right. Kevin Saunders, former head coach of Pebblebrook High School. He is the new head coach of the Gilmer County Bobcats. So we're excited about it. Nice guy. There is, if you want to get to know him, if you know, before we get back on our national stuff, if you want to get to know Coach Saunders, get a feel for him, we have Luther Kinsey did a great interview. Go to FYNTV, FetcherNews.com, YouTube channel, or go to our Facebook page, Team FYN Sports. And Luther has a great interview with him last night after his announcement. And tomorrow at 9, I'll give you my opinion of Gilmer High School football. Now, the president has been busy, so let's go to the Twitter deck before we move on this morning. 3 hours ago, all right, 3 hours ago, the president tweeted out, biggest outrage yet in a long, winding, and highly conflicted Mueller witch hunt is the fact that 19,000 demanded text messages between Peter Strzok and his FBI lover, Lisa Page, were purposely and illegally deleted. Would have explained the whole hoax, which is now under protest. So the Mueller investigation, the FBI, which James Comey, oh my gosh, I mean, he came out and he discussed the integrity and what the president was doing, number 13 there. And he went on and on. Former FBI director, you know, you got to stop being afraid of Fox News. Fox News, you know, needs to just stop being afraid. The Twitter world you need to not be afraid of him tweeting out against you. All the above. Republicans need to not be afraid. And Comey went off yesterday because he is tearing down the integrity of the great FBI, the corrupt. That man on the screen is corrupt. Now, the FBI, Lisa Page is an attorney for the FBI, was, and Peter Strzok is the FBI agent that wrote 302s. The FBI. Wait a minute. We have what's today? Let's go to number 22. What's today? What's today? It's Lock Him Up Day. Lock him up. CNN put it there. Lock him up. Oh, they couldn't wait, right? Lock him up. Michael Flynn, right? So let's go back to the Comey picture. I don't know what number that was. Do you know the number? Can you go back to that one for me? So anyhow, this guy is very corrupt. He, Michael Flynn, they say that you and I are falling for another conspiracy theory on Michael Flynn showing up without, General Flynn showing up without counsel, not knowing it was against the law to lie to the FBI. One thing after the other. Every time Michael Flynn's name comes up, General Flynn, and every time somebody brings something up from the left or one of your friends, you always just turn it back with a question. You answer the question with a question. And you say, all I'm going to ask you to do is tell me why the FBI sit down with Peter Strzok. Peter Strzok, what? In the room with Hillary Clinton, right? Peter Strzok, what? In the room with Michael Flynn. How many people were Peter Strzok in the room with? How many 302s was he involved in? And how much of that information did he share with his FBI attorney girlfriend, Lisa Page, through text message? So ask your friends, why did the FBI go to Hillary Clinton's house and make sure it was well known that she wasn't under oath? Why did they interview this lady not under oath? Make it clear with her she was not under oath? Why is this interview not recorded? Why did Hillary Clinton not under oath, have an attorney present. Susan Rice, I think, was present. Susan Rice, right? Why was Susan Rice with her, not under oath? Why do we not have a recording of that day? All the above. Why? Nothing. So that being said, James Comey, it's a lock him up day. So the Inspector General, which is actually reviewing this and doing a report, has requested Peter Strzok and Lisa Page's cell phones. And when they get the cell phones, they turn them on, and there's nothing there. And I'm saying this, and you're going to say, well, I can't find this information anywhere online. Don't take this wrong. It's not that I'm telling you something you're just going to go find online. It's just the way it is, okay? So the FBI sends over the two cell phones after everything they could do not to. And basically says, oh, it is company policy when you turn in your company phone, we just do a factory reset. So this is the attorney, the Inspector General saying, he calls up and he says, hey, I just turned this phone on and I'm going to start doing a report on the text messages and they're gone. Really? Yeah, they're gone. Well, hell, you say. Shazam. That's what the guy said at the FBI. The text messages, we turned the phone on and they're gone. And the guy at the FBI said, Shazam. Hell, you say. Say it ain't so. And Inspector General says, yes, it's so. There's no text messages. Well, all we did was a factory reset. I mean, that's just company policy. You bring phone in, you're done, you get your paperwork, you sign out, you debrief, you turn in your company issue gun, your badge, your star, you put it down, turn in your phone, and then our process is to go through and just factory reset so we can give it to the next FBI employee. Folks, there's 19,000 text messages gone, scrubbed clean. Nobody talks about that. I said it yesterday on this show. Nobody brings that up on CNN, MSNBC, ABC. You do not see that at all. So biggest outrage yet, the president tweets out, long, winding, and highly conflicting Mueller witch hunt is the fact that 19,000 demanded text messages between Peter Strzok and his former lover, Lisa Page, were purposely and illegally deleted. How would have explained whole hoax, which is now under protest. So Robert Mueller, and this is a Mueller deal, okay? 2 hours ago, the president said, good luck, go get him, man. Good luck today in court to General Michael Flynn. We'll be interested to see what he has to say despite tremendous pressure being put on him about Russian collusion and other great and obviously highly successful political campaign. There was no collusion. I'm just wondering, did I don't remember the president wishing Michael Cohen well, or maybe we can go back through Twitter and see if he said good luck that morning to Michael Cohen. 2 hours ago, I hope the people over at the Fed will read today's Wall Street Journal editorial before they make yet another mistake. Also, don't let the market become any more liquid than it already is. Stop with the 50 Bs. Feel the market. Don't just go by meaningless numbers. Good luck. All right, so and 2 hours ago, Facebook, Twitter, this is all the President of the United States on Twitter this morning. He's tweeting out 2 hours ago, Facebook, Twitter, and Google are so biased towards the Dems, it is ridiculous. Twitter, in fact, has made it much more difficult for people to join at real Donald Trump. They have removed many names and greatly showed the level and speed of increase. They have acknowledged done nothing. Sometimes the way he writes these tweets, they even mess this old boy up. An hour ago, the president said illegal immigration costs the United States. Now, this is one I'm waiting for. This is the one I was waiting for. And I was waiting for this one. Let's go into it. Illegal immigration costs the United States more than $20 billion a year. How was this allowed to happen? Let's take a break, come back, and I got to do 10 minutes on this one alone. All right? Because that's the one I wanted to do. Take just a short one set of commercials.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance. Going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Okay, we're back, folks. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, here's what I want to spend the next 10 minutes working on and talking about for the most part. An hour ago, President tweeted this out, and yesterday I read an article down the same line, and I've known this for quite some time, and I wondered when the president would actually, because we're talking about the shutdown, okay? Now let's go to number 14. Or no, number 15. Put that up. So on Friday, we have a looming shutdown. No deal in sight as government moves closer to shutdown. Sorry, we're partially closed. Okay, leave that up there. And I wondered, they're saying, well, we don't have anything coming out of the White House right now. And we're trying to work out a deal for a CR, a continuing resolution. Continuing resolution means they can spend at the same rates. Nothing else happens. They cut Jack. They cut Jack SH. That's my new thing, SH. If I throw the SH in there, it's up to you to fill in the blank to do the word puzzle. But they're full of SH just to tell us that, they need to do a CR, a continuing resolution. And that's another thing. These appropriation bills and what your congressmen are doing, it's a joke, all right? We used to have a thing called pork barrel spending. Oh, my God. So on the 21st, so I'm waiting, all right? Illegal immigration, the president tweets out. Now, he wants $5 billion. $5 billion. And I don't want to sound like that's all he wants. He wants $5 billion. Period. All right? To build this wall and stop illegal immigration. Not legal immigration. Stop illegal aliens from coming across the border. All right? Now, what are they doing? All right? What did the man do? Now, he's a citizen. All right? So we're not going to get down the weeds on that. But put this picture up really quick. Let's go with number 17. Okay? Now, this man and his son is a citizen. All right? So he traveled back. You need to understand. This boy is dying, all right? And remember, Trump's travel ban, the heartless piece of garbage Trump won't let the mother in because she's Yemeni. All right, and it's on the list. Yemen is on the list. But the father and the son are citizens so they can come back. Guess what they did? They ran back here for health care for their son. Okay, fine. They're citizens, all right? Put back up number 15. But right there, they came back for health care for their son. Right? Now, Trump says, hey, we spend $200 billion a year. All right? The United States costs illegal immigration $200 billion a year. How was that allowed to happen? How was it allowed to happen? Every state, no matter what state you're in right now, go and watch your Medicaid expansion. Go and watch the battle in your capitals over failing rural hospitals. Go and see what's called indigent care cost you. Go and see how much public assistance we are giving to each and every one of these illegals on a daily basis. Whether it be food, housing, shelter, same as housing, I guess, medicine, medical attention, schools, our hospitals, schools. Every time you have a state say, this year we are going to fully fund our schools, they're a burden on your hospitals. They're a burden on your doctor system. They're a burden on everything they possibly can be in your state. And it's costing you billions of dollars, all right? Billions of dollars. Homeless. A quarter of all the national homeless population, 20 of all of it across this country, is divided between New York City and LA. Billions. He wants 5. He wants 5. We're spending $200 billion a year. They will fight us. They fight us. They're like Churchill. They fight us in the streets. They fight us in the valleys. They fight us no matter where they're at. They fight us in our own courts. They want their school paid for. They want their Hope Scholarship paid for. They want their medical paid for. They want to get all of everything they can paid for $200 billion a year. And we may shut the government down on December 21st over $5 billion. There's not a Democrat won, and there's very few Republicans concerned that the CR they pass, meaning they can spend at the same rate they did yesterday, will include enough money to keep paying out the $200 billion. That's okay. The states, the crippling burden on the finances of the states, the billions of dollars from the federal government, that is not enough to build security on our southern border. $5 billion. You figure it out. $5 billion versus $20 billion. What is their problem? I know their problem. You know it. Okay, an hour ago, the President of the United States tweeted out, Russian dossier reporter now doubts dopey Christopher Steele's claims. When you get into the details of the Steele dossier, the specific allegations, we have not seen the evidence to support them. These good grounds to think that some of the more sensational allegations will never be proven, capital letters, and are likely false. Thank you, Michael Izov, Yahoo, for honestly what this means is that the FISA warrants and the whole Russian witch hunt is a fraud and a hoax which should be ended immediately. Also, it was paid for by crooked Hillary and the DNC. And that was an hour ago. And let me say this, we got to close. Let me get to this. One, I would like you to go number 3. I think it's a perfect time to start looking at the Federal Reserve and learning a little bit about it and who this gang is, from Jimmy Carter, but go all the way back to Woodrow Wilson. And yes, you're going to take me to task and say, well, the judge's ruling on Obamacare really hit healthcare stocks, whatever. There's other indicators. I'm not going to say I agree with that. But here, this is the thing, number 6. All right. The looming investigations hanging over Trump. Yesterday, Judge Napolitano went on Fox and said, yes, he's got enough evidence. He's an unindicted co-conspirator. And then Shepard Smith, his little friend on Fox, said the judge, could he not be already indicted and we don't know it? Well, it's possible he could have a sealed indictment. All right? Just saying. Just saying. So they are prepping everything they can to go after him next year. You don't like it? I apologize. I really do. I don't like saying it. But all of these, I watch videos of Tom Fitton from Judicial Watch. I watch the Clinton Foundation pay to play. I read the stories, and they're going to turn into cold case files in about 12 to 13 days, because the Democrats are coming and they got a whole different direction. 2019 to them, they will finish. You see, according to them, you should have caught on by now he didn't win. According to the new reports with the Russians and social media and how what the Russians did, everything that's come out, you should now understand he did not even win. He's an illegitimate president. So the efforts, we should applaud the people that were trying to stop him from being even sworn in at his inauguration. The efforts of Michael Cohen trying to save the country and being an American hero is out there. You should know by now he didn't win. You should know by now it's a bad experiment. You should know by now that we need to ask him to nicely leave. That is the media. That's what they're trying to do. I'm your host. Hey, I'm in a great mood. Didn't mean to be such a downer. I hope I wasn't a downer today. I'll be back tomorrow morning in the same great mood. Now it's time for Instant Replay with Dave Garner. Take us out here, Josh.